For over 15 years, Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated has been a beacon of light, guiding local families through difficult times. Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated proudly provides all families with compassionate choices for professional funeral care at reasonable prices. Get the answers you need 24 hours a day. No answering services, hidden costs, add-on fees, confusing fine print, or those scary-looking contracts. Remember, Gallup Funeral Services owns and operates the only crematory in Dare County, keeping our cremations affordable and convenient. Gallup Memorial Chapel in Bargo, North Carolina is now open and minutes from Moyock and Elizabeth City. From traditional church services and graveside burials to direct cremations and advanced planning, let Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated light the way for your family. Don't be pressured or confused by the other funeral homes. It's always your choice. Choose Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated. Call Courtney at 252-216-8030 to get a plan started today, and visit our new website at gallupfuneralservices.com.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
News team, assemble!
Joining us live because if you want to know anything about the Outer Banks, Sam Walker's the dude to fill you in.
The sea was angry that day, my friends. Like an old man trying to send back soup in a deli.
Always appreciate talking to you.
Always good stuff with Sam Walker in the Outer Banks.
Now here's Les Nessman and the news.
And good morning, everyone. Welcome to OBX Today Live for this last day of February. It is Manic Monday, February 28th, 2022. Glad to have you along with us on OBX Today Live, presented by Gallup Funeral Services on the OBX Today Facebook page, the Sam Walker OBX Facebook page, and Sam Walker OBX YouTube channel. Coming up, we're going to hear from Tamara Warren. She is the chairperson of the Surfrider Foundation Outer Banks chapter. They got a great event coming up this Saturday. As they begin, they've kicking off this citizen water quality initiative. It's a really cool program that they're going to be kicking off here. And this fundraiser, this Reason for a Reason fundraiser this Saturday in Kidulville Hills. We're going to talk to her all about that coming up here on OBX Today Live. Let's get to some of the headlines this morning. The NTSB has released its initial report and findings on the Down East plane crash that killed 8 people earlier this month, including 4 teenagers. The Pilatus PC-12 small plane went down 3 miles east of Drum Inlet. That's in Cape Lookout National Seashore on the afternoon of February 13th. In about 60 feet of water taking place. That crash off the Core Banks, which is a series of islands south of the Outer Banks stretching from Ocracoke Inlet to Cape Lookout. Killed in that crash were the pilot, Ernest Teen Rawls, 67 of Greenville, his adult son, Jeffrey Rawls, 28 of Greenville, who carried a student pilot license, Stephanie Fulcher of Sea Level, Jonathan Cole McGinnis of Sea Level, age 15, Douglas Hunter Parks, age 45 of Sea Level, Noah Styron, 15-year-old from Cedar Island, Michael Daly Shepard, 15 of Atlantic, and Jake Taylor, 16 of Atlantic. Their bodies were recovered in the days following the crash, along with the flight data recorder and other key equipment. The group was flying from Engelhard to Beaufort after participating in Youth Day waterfowl hunt at Lake Mattamuskeet a day earlier. Among the details in the NTSB report, the pilot was instructed by a flight controller to initially fly out over the ocean rather than taking a direct path over the Pamlico Sound due to military aircraft operating in restricted airspace. The report said the pilot began quickly gaining altitude, and the flight controller received no response from the pilot just before the aircraft disappeared from radar at 2:04 p.m. The report said that throughout the communication with air traffic control, there were no distress calls or a declaration of emergency from the airplane. The investigation of the crash continues, but a final report on that crash could take up to 2 years before it's completed and released. You'll find that report, if you'd like to read it, at obxtoday.com. The Coast Guard medevaced an injured container ship crew member off Hatteras over the weekend. That taking place about 54 miles off Hatteras Inlets, or off Hatteras on Sunday morning, early Sunday morning. A woman who was a crew member aboard a container vessel, the Ivar Reefer, had sustained a serious hand injury just before 4 a.m. while working in the engine room and required medical assistance. The Coast Guard did provide some video from that rescue operation. Command Center launched an air crew from aboard an MH-60 Jayhawk from Air Station Elizabeth City, who met the Ivar Reefer offshore and hoisted the crew member aboard, and she was taken to Norfolk Centera General Hospital in Norfolk for treatment. No word on her condition as of this morning. And there's that video that we were given by the Coast Guard of that medevac that took place again yesterday morning off of Hatteras Island. It is OBX Today Live here on Facebook and YouTube. I'm Sam Walker. Glad to have you along with us for this Monday morning edition. Dare County has announced its private partner for an essential workforce housing projects. Dare County Board of Commissioners voting unanimously last week to select North Carolina-based Coastal Affordable Housing to develop essential and workforce housing projects in Dare County using the $35 million in funding that was allocated to the county in the state budget passed by the General Assembly in November of 2021. The decision to select Coastal Affordable Housing, which marked the latest move in the county's extensive efforts to find a viable solution to the challenges surrounding year-round housing within Dare County, was reached at the Dare Board of Commissioners meeting on last Tuesday. In December, Dare County distributed a request for qualifications, formally soliciting submissions from developers. The consortium is composed of architect Robert Ferris, contractor Aaron Thomas, and general contractor Metcom, all whom would serve as principals in the housing project. The team also includes several additional corporate participants, including Fred Mills Jr., serves as president and CEO of United Property Management in Raleigh, and his spearheaded the construction of an array of multifamily units in various developments. The detailed information about this, there is a long way to go on this. They are looking at one site on Bowsertown Road on Roanoke Island, outside the Mania town limits in the Dare County unincorporated area of Roanoke Island. That has run into a hurdle with the town of Mania because of sewer concerns. So they are examining other possible locations, but that's the primary area that they are looking at is Bowsertown for this essential workforce housing project. So more to come on that as that story develops. Terrell County School Superintendent Oliver Holley announced Friday he'll be stepping down after the current school year. Holley informed the Terrell County Board of Education at their work session on Tuesday his resignation will be effective June the 30th. He shared a letter, his letter of resignation, and also a letter he sent to staff members alerting them of his decision and touting many of the accomplishments they've made since he came on board in 2018. You can read those letters at obxtoday.com. We'll take a break, come back, and we'll be joined by Tamara Warren from the Surfrider Foundation, Outer Banks chapter, here on OBX Today Live.
For over 15 years, Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated has been a beacon of light, guiding local families through difficult times. Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated proudly provides all families with compassionate choices for professional funeral care at reasonable prices. Get the answers you need 24 hours a day. No answering services, hidden costs, add-on fees, confusing fine print, or those scary-looking contracts. Remember, Gallup Funeral Services owns and operates the only crematory in Dare County, keeping our cremations affordable and convenient. Gallup Memorial Chapel in Bargo, North Carolina is now open and minutes from Moyock and Elizabeth City. From traditional church services and graveside burials to direct cremations and advanced planning, let Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated light the way for your family. Don't be pressured or confused by the other funeral homes. It's always your choice. Choose Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated. Call Courtney at 252-216-8030 to get a plan started today and visit our new website at gallupfuneralservices.com.
And joining us now here on OBX Today Live from the Surfrider Foundation Outer Banks chapter, Tamara Warren. She is the new chair. And I say new chair because we haven't had a chance to talk since you became head of the Outer Banks chapter, because we had a little something in between the last 2 years. What a wild 2 years it's been, obviously, for all of us, for everything, but for you guys as well. And coming in with a foundation that does such great work here on the Outer Banks. And of course, the Surfrider Foundation around the country and around the world. But I know this last 2 years of trying to do things, especially because so many of the things you guys are able to do are in person, and not being able to do that, I know it's been frustrating. How have things gone since you've taken over?
Well, it's been really good. Yes, the pandemic did kind of hit right at the time that we took our new seats. And if you know me, I like to stay busy, and I like to be out in the community talking and meeting people. So I didn't let the pandemic really slow me down. I came up with the idea of making some solo beach cleanup buckets, which consisted of, like a 10-gallon bucket, a trash picker, some trash bags, gloves, mask. And I delivered them all the way from Rodanthe, all the way down to Kerala, and we're 253 buckets strong. And I did that just to keep people kind of active and engaged, and trying not to think about the pandemic. So that's kind of been keeping me busy. So that's why I'm so super excited to be able, for the first time, to say we have an event.
Exactly. And it's freezing for a reason. It's coming up on Saturday, March the 5th. Just go ahead and tell us all about it.
Absolutely. So you got it. Saturday, March the 5th at 8 a.m. We're going to be meeting on the beach at the Kidawful Hills Life Saving Station on Ocean Bay. And what Freezing for a Reason is, it's a plunge into the ocean, raising money for our Blue Water Task Force, which is a citizen water quality awareness program where we test the waters. But the cool thing about the event is I was able to get some local celebrities to plunge. So we have the mayor from Nags Head, Kildevil Hills, and Kitty Hawk. And we also have all of the school principals from elementary to high school. So it's going to be a fun-filled morning.
That's great that you got such a great involvement, not only with the schools, but with the towns as well. Well, let's talk about the water quality initiative, testing initiative itself, because, the state already has the program that they've done for many years here along all the coastal site, or along the North Carolina coast, at many of the popular swimming spots. But that doesn't cover everywhere that people go in the ocean, obviously. It covers a good number of them, but not nearly as much. Tell us more about what this initiative is all about and what it entails, and how you guys are helping to keep people informed as well about water quality issues.
Sure. It's a program that's been many years with the Surfrider Foundation, and is done in many other coastal communities. So I'm very happy and proud to be able to bring it here to the Outer Banks, since we are such a high recreational water area, both ocean and sound side. So basically what the Blue Water Task Force is, it provides official water quality testing and information to protect the public health on the beaches here. We do the water testing. We have to buy the lab equipment, which is why we're having this event, because it's pretty costly. So our goal is set at $16,000 to raise for this event, so that we can buy the equipment that we need to do the water quality testing. And basically what it does, it gives us the ability to pull the water sample. We have our own little lab set up, so we'll run the numbers. And it basically tests for fecal bacteria, any kind of weird bacteria that's in the water, and then report it to the public and also to the public health department. And then, we kind of look at the numbers and, gauge how close we are to their numbers. And if they're kind of skewed or way off, we come up with a solution to correct the problem or alert the public, to kind of redirect to another area until maybe that area is clear. So yeah.
Now, is this just going to be on the water quality testing you guys do? Is that just on the ocean side, or I know,
Yeah.
with this? Okay, so you're going to be looking at the sound side as well. That's great, because I mean, we have so many other popular accesses that don't get tested on the sound side. Whereas we know, we always see the three most areas that seem to always have issues here: Jockey's Ridge State Park and the sound side access there, the Collington Harbor access, and also up in Southern Shores. There's that one access there. But that's great that you guys are going to be able to do more testing along the sound side, because so much of our water recreation takes place over there just as much as on the ocean side.
Absolutely. And NC Coastal Federation also does water quality testing, and they do a fantastic job. And, we always work with other agencies here on the beach because we all live here and we all want to be happy and safe. So, yeah, we all work very well together.
Mayor Warren here with us from the Surfrider chapter of the Outer Banks to talk about some of the great work they do. Let's jump into some of the other events you're going to have coming up later on this year, and things that you guys initiatives that you have. Some of those include the beach cleanups. You've got the Adopt a Beach programs that you guys are now part of with the signs. Tell us more about those.
Right. So the Adopt the Beach program was actually implemented many, many years ago, but kind of fell dormant a little bit. People get busy in their lives and things happen. So when COVID hit, I decided to kind of revamp the program. And we had so many applications put in for every beach access. For right now, we have a waiting list, actually, just for businesses and families alike that like to adopt that beach access that's special to them. And the requirements are you just go and you clean it 6 or more times a year. And one of the basic things that we want to take from the beach access program is when people are collecting the trash, that they're analyzing it and then they're actually logging it onto our website so that we can have like a breakdown of what they're finding and kind of where we need to look as far as talking about banning things like balloons or plastic bags. We want to go to our local municipalities and have that data, alongside of us. So when we're fighting to, reduce these items, that we have the backing behind us. So yeah, so we're working on that, the Beach Access Program, and it's been very successful. As you'll see on our Surfrider Facebook page, I always kind of post pictures up when people send them to me because they're so excited about the program and being out on the beach and doing the cleanup. So I really love it, and I'm really happy that it's going so well.
All right, so it's freezing for a reason. It's coming up on Saturday the 5th. And you've got all these folks, the mayors of the town of Nags Head, Kidable Hills, and Kitty Hawk. You got the principals from all the schools. But this isn't just limited to them. I know they're doing fundraising efforts. Anybody can get involved with this.
Absolutely. And you're going to put the link up on your website so people can just click the link. It's that easy. And we give you 3 options. So the options are, you can register to plunge alongside of me and our local celebrities for $25, and you get a swag bag, which is super cool. This is the first time anybody's seeing this. So this
nice.
is a reusable bag because we're all about reducing and reusing. And this will be filled with all kinds of goodies from Surfrider and also from local businesses. So for your $25 registration fee, this is what you get. If jumping into the ocean is not your thing, then you can also go on and make a donation in any amount, and any amount will help us. Or you can sponsor one of our local celebrities, which is the mayors, the principals, myself, some of my other executive committee members. So that's kind of how that works. Now, the cool thing is, if you register to plunge, not only do you get the swag bag, but you get a free breakfast from Jack Brown's. Brent Hill is so graciously opening up his doors, and he's going to be providing a delicious breakfast. There will also be a menu for the public, so the public can come in, even if they don't make it to the beach that morning, they can come have breakfast with us. There's going to be a special keg tapping just for us, live music by The Connection out of Williamsburg, and a lot of opportunity drawing. So we have some artwork, we have some candles, we have sweatshirts. WRV donated a whole bag full of stuff. So we're super excited about that, but mostly about the food.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It's great. And it's cool that we're getting these in-person events back, and to kick off March with an event like this is so unique to the Outer Banks, to say the least. And for an organization that is unique like you guys, it's cool that y'all doing it. course, you can find info on the Surfrider Foundation Outer Banks chapter Facebook page. Just search that. We'll get the link up at obxtoday.com. It's right here with those of you watching this now at obxtoday.com on the story. Of course, if you're watching on OBX Today Live, go to obxtoday.com, the H2O page. That's where we got it for you. Tamara, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate you taking the time, and look forward to hearing about some great results from the freezing for a reason. And hopefully, I haven't looked at the weather forecast. It's a little too early to figure out the forecast yet, but hopefully the weather forecast is going to work out just perfect for this event.
It's looking good. I've been watching it rather closely, and right now it's 61 degrees, so we can't beat that.
There you go. All right. Thanks so much for joining us.
For over 15 years, Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated has been a beacon of light, guiding local families through difficult times. Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated proudly provides all families with compassionate choices for professional funeral care at reasonable prices. Get the answers you need 24 hours a day. No answering services, hidden costs, add-on fees, confusing fine print, or those scary-looking contracts. Remember, Gallup Funeral Services owns and operates the only crematory in Dare County, keeping our cremations affordable and convenient. Gallup Memorial Chapel in Bargo, North Carolina is now open and minutes from Moyock and Elizabeth City. From traditional church services and graveside burials to direct cremations and advanced planning, let Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated light the way for your family. Don't be pressured or confused by the other funeral homes. It's always your choice. Choose Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated. Call Courtney at 252-216-8030 to get a plan started today, and visit our new website at gallupfuneralservices.com.
And joining us now.
Our pet of the week for this week is Butterfly Boy. This cool cat is 10 months old. He came to the shelter after being an outdoor cat, but has transitioned well to indoor life. He is super chill, likes napping in the sun and snuggling. He is not fond of other cats, so a house with no other pets is best for him. To adopt Butterfly Boy or foster one of our other animals, you can come visit us Monday through Saturday at our shelter located in Manio. For more information, visit our website at www.obxspca.org or visit our OBX SPCA Facebook page.
All right, back here on OBX Today Live on Facebook and YouTube. I'm Sam Walker. Glad to have you with us for this Monday edition. I forgot what day it was already. In case you missed it, over the weekend at Dowdy Park in Nags Head, there was a gathering of several dozen folks for a rally to show their support for Ukraine. Members of the Outer Banks Ukrainian community, which is a rather large community of folks here on the Outer Banks. Several dozen people of all ages turning out despite cold and blustery conditions on Saturday at Dowdy Park to speak out against the invasion by Russian forces, mirroring gatherings around the world. We've got a full photo gallery up right now at obxtoday.com that you can check out there of folks who came out for that event on Saturday. All right, in sports, high school basketball playoffs, third round on Saturday. Just about all the local teams. Only Bertie and Northside's girls advanced to the regional semifinals. On the boys' side, it was First Flight getting beat by Northwood. St. Paul's eliminated Hertford County. Northside beat Clover Garden. Bertie over Chatham Central. Roanoke Rapids down Hertford County, and Falls Lake Academy top Perquimans. The regional semifinals, just one game with local interest. That's Bertie hosting Northside tomorrow. High school baseball and softball back today. It's season opening day for baseball, softball. Lacrosse gets underway this week. Girls soccer as well. Cape Hatteras at Ocracoke. Teach is at Northeastern. Just baseball games. Baseball and softball, Currituck is at Perquimans. College basketball tonight. North Carolina hosts Syracuse at 7 o'clock. And Kyle Larson wins the NASCAR race at California. OBX Today Weather Center forecast. We finally got the rain out of here. Thank goodness. It was just a damp weekend and dreary. Looks like the first week of March is going to kick off rather nice. A little chilly today. Sunny skies and a high of just 50 with north winds around 15, gusting to 25 at times. Clear tonight, a low down to 37 with northeast winds around 15 miles an hour. Partly sunny Tuesday and warmer, high 61. Clear and 44 Tuesday night. Wednesday, sunny and 65. Thursday, sunny, 62. Friday, cloudy and a high of just 51. So we got a front coming through Thursday night, and then we'll warm back up for the weekend. Saturday, 66. Sunday, a high of 69 on the beaches under sunny skies. It might even be inland areas, maybe back into the 70s for the weekend, for the first weekend of March. We'll take that. Coastal Marine forecast, small craft advisory out there today, a little bumpy with 2 to 3 foot waves and the sound seas 4 to 6 feet. Our water temperature is still in the mid 40s on the North Beach, mid 50s on Hatteras Island. Next tide change at Oregon Inlet's a low tide at 12:34 this afternoon. Sunset tonight at 5:56. Sunrise tomorrow's at 6:31. If in case you're curious, the time change is not this coming weekend, the following weekend, second weekend of March 13th is when the time change is. Currently outside our studios in Uptown Nags Head, sunny and 45. Feels like it's 39 with a wind chill. And that will do it for OBX Today Live here on Facebook and YouTube. I'm Sam Walker. Glad you could join us on this Monday morning. Tomorrow we'll have Jessica Sowen from, I'm sorry, that's Chris Sowen. Jessica Sands. I got my names mixed up. Jessica Sands is back with us from the Dare County Arts Council. She's also the director for Arsenic and Old Lace, which is the Theater Dare presentation going on right now. They extended it for another weekend at their brand new home in Kitty Hawk. We're going to talk to Jessica. We're going to actually talk with her later on this morning and have that for you tomorrow morning here on OBX Today Live. And then we'll be back with a full show on Wednesday here on the OBX Today, Sam Walker OBX Facebook pages, and the Sam Walker OBX YouTube channel. Make sure you mash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell to know whenever we go live. We'll see you tomorrow here on OBX Today Live, presented by Gallup Funeral Services. Thanks for joining us. Have a great Monday, everybody. We'll see you.